just going to run through behaviors, and I'm going to run through a whole bunch of information that you would love to know about elephants. So I said that this was Sookie. On the other side is Sneezy. Sneezy is 47 years old, and he weighs just around 10,500 pounds. So he's a big boy. Sneezy does not have tusks. We did not take his tusks from him. He is what we call a tuskless bull. He gets little tiny tusks. As they start to grow out, he chips them away by moving his logs and furniture in his yard, and he breaks it off. What we're finding in wild populations is that there are more and more tuskless elephants than there were big tuskers, and that is because the big tuskers are being poached for their tusks and not passing on their genetics for good tusks. Sneezy can do everything that Sookie can do. We just work with him a bit different because he's a male. Like most males in every species, they're a bit more aggressive. So we just stay out of trunk reach from him. But we can do everything we do with her. Like I said, we do exercise sessions every day. They get a bath every day. And then they come outside and they get as dirty as possible. Kind of like your kids. So what that does is if you look at her back, you might be able to see some hair. She throws dirt, dust, hay, whatever she can find on her back. That helps protect her from the sun and from insects. It'll also kind of help her keep cool. Another way that they stay cool is you notice they're very wrinkly. This creates more surface area of their skin that allows them to cool down. Elephants don't sweat like we do. They only sweat through the cuticles of their nails. So it's very important that we do footwork on them and keep their nails and their cuticles trimmed up very nice so that they sweat properly, and so that those sweat glands don't get clogged. You'll notice today too that her ears are flapping here and there. That is her own personal air conditioning system. That's how she keeps cool. So all of the blood in her body will be pumped through those ears. She flaps her ears, cools down the blood, and then pumps it back to her body. Well, you're probably wondering, in the winter, you don't want to stay cool, you would like to stay warm. So how does she do that? Well, the ears actually have these really cool valves that she can control, and she can turn off the valve and stop the blood flow to her ears, thus keeping her blood warm. So we train them with positive reinforcement. We actually use operant conditioning, but we use the power of the treat. We find things when we're training something new, we find their favorite fruit or vegetable, and we use that for training. So when they do something correctly, they get a whistle blown. That's a bridge that tells them that they have done the behavior correctly. Keep going and I will get you a treat. We can't always get them a treat right away because maybe they're farther away from us than we can reach or throw. So that just lets them know you've done it correctly, and I will give you a treat as soon as I can. Every elephant has their preferences. Of course, they all love the sweet fruits and vegetables. Sookie and Sneezy both love watermelon. Sneezy will eat citrus, but isn't a big fan. Sookie will not eat any citrus whatsoever. She does not like it. She also doesn't like okra. And Sneezy will eat okra. So they'll eat anywhere from about 250 to 300 pounds of food a day, just individually. Most of that's made up of hay. The rest of it we go out once or twice a day and cut tree browse, or we'll cut grasses or canes, and we'll feed that to them in the warmer months. They also get grain, which has all their vitamins and minerals, a bucket full of produce, a bucket full of greens, and then they get what we call supplements, which are beet pulp, bran, and oats. The oats just taste good. The beet pulp and bran help keep her regular, so keep things flowing. With them being geriatric elephants, we want to make sure that everything keeps going through. They're trained to do almost anything you think of. We can draw blood on them whenever we need to. We can do oral checks, eye checks, ear checks. We work on their feet twice a week. We can give oral medications, rectal medications, and do enemas if need be. Now, Asian elephants are endangered. There's only estimated to be 35,000 to 40,000 left in the world. they are facing is palm oil plantations. So palm oil is used in everything that we use every day, from toothpaste to cookies, candies. What's happening is because it's such a lucrative business, they're going out and illegally cutting down their habitat to build a monoculture of just palm oil. And then when they go into the palm oil plantations, they're being killed. So one of the things that we ask that you could do to preserve or help save elephants is look at what you're buying. Palm oil is in the top 5 products in your product. It means there's a lot of it in it. And if you look into your product, some of them will say sustainably harvested palm oil. That means that no land was taken from elephants, orangutans, or any other Asian creatures. And we ask that you just look into sustainably harvested palm oil products. If you want a list, especially now that Halloween is coming up, you can just Google sustainably harvested palm oil candies and buy those instead of the ones that aren't sustainably harvested. You'll be saving a whole bunch of elephants and other animals. So I went over a lot. Does anybody have any questions?
They have a lot of natural resources.
Does she have teeth?
She does have teeth. She has 4 teeth, molars. They're all the way in the back. They're about brick size. And she goes through 6 sets in a lifetime. So the first set she is born with, it's a milking set. By the time she's 35, she's on her last set of teeth, and they kind of just push out, kind of like a conveyor belt.